Hi everyone, my name is Naziatul Shafiqa binti Muhammad Safri. I'm from Group 23, first year and second semester, currently ongoing with the practice. Today, I'll be talking about the demonstration of libel and non-verbal communication, specifically on facial expression. What is libel? Libel is basically a type of defamation, and defamation is defined as an act of communication between a person to another person that as a result may harm or injure the third person. For instance, person A, person B, and person C. Okay, so person A talks to person B about person C. Person C is basically shamed, is basically ridiculed, and as a result, this person C may lose their status or reputation in the community, which also leading to person C experiencing loss of employment or earnings. Two types of defamation, which is oral defamation, known as slander. And second is written defamation, which is known as libel. Basically, libel is the written form of defamation. Firstly, it's through facilities of mass media, printed and broadcast media. For printed, it is transmitted through articles or maybe editorials in newspaper or magazines. And for broadcast media, it may be transmitted through comments or opinions of the society, news aired on television or maybe radio station. Okay, second way of how libel occurs is through modern communication facilities. And for instance, this is a worldwide spreading kind of thing that everyone has it, which is the internet and cell phones. And third is through literary outlets, for instance, letters, books, poems, songs, drawings, maybe even pictures or sculptures. Okay, now moving on to nonverbal communication. So, nonverbal communication is basically nonverbal, which speaks as our body language. For instance, facial expression, the tone of our voice, our gestures, our body language, the way we sit, the way we lean, haptics, distance, and eye gaze, appearance, those are all nonverbal communication. So, as for facial expression, often nonverbal communication is transmitted through the way we move our eyebrows, our eye contact towards people, the way we just handle our facial expression, as you know what I mean. And there's like 4 universal facial expression that describes a person and how they're feeling at the moment. But it may not be true because these are quite abstract and subjective. Okay, so there's 4 universal facial expression that people may easily identify on another person. For instance, happiness. So how do we see happiness? Happiness is basically when the person sees another person smiling or maybe laughing. That's a sign of happiness. Next is sadness. Sadness is basically another person seeing another person frowning. Or maybe not really frowning, it's just they look less energetic. Third is anger, and fourth is fear. Okay, so facial expression is actually very important when it comes to during the counseling session. For instance, a therapist and a client are having a counseling session, right? So it is very important for a therapist to observe the facial expression of their client, because this helps the therapist to get to know more what is happening with the client. So I think that's all about libel and nonverbal communication. I hope that helps. Thank you.